Hi, this is Jenny G. Perry, and this is video number 4 in the Jennylicious Jewels video series, and this is going to be called Holiday Happiness. Now, our next question that was sent into Peace, Love, Joy, Sparkles page was from Jamie Charles, and it goes like this. Ram Dass says, if we want to know how enlightened we are, go spend a week with your family. How do we honor our families, be true to ourselves, and not get sucked back into old patterns that no longer serve us? Especially when we make lifestyle changes like eating clean or not drinking, and our family wants us to show our love by participating in things we don't want to. So this is an excellent question, and I could do a whole video series around the holidays. There's so much intense energy around the holidays that I remember before online shopping, I couldn't stand to go to the mall around the holidays. It was rush, 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 go, 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 and you could feel the anxiety that people have about the holidays, whether they have enough money or don't have enough money, or the stress of visiting family, or doing all the things that they, want to accomplish around the holidays. So it's intense. And so I think a few things that you can do to help alleviate the stress around the holidays, especially at those family events. First of all, if you are eating clean, or make any sort of changes, like you become a vegetarian like me, or you become a vegan, and you go to these types of things and people respond in a way that is not as supportive, you have to remember that when you make those changes, sometimes people take that personally, that you're saying that what they're doing is wrong, even if you're not saying that. You're just making a personal choice for yourself. So you have to remember that and try not to take them personally. And you can always bring something really good that is something that you would like, and then knock their socks off that way. And make sure you build up your energy before you go, so that when you go there, you have a great frame of mind. I know for myself, I never felt like I fit in anywhere, and I'm very sensitive to energy. So when I would get in certain environments, I would feel like I didn't know what to do with myself. So, this is why people drink too much or eat too much at a party. I'd stand in front of the food table and just eat, because it was that nervous energy. Now, what I do now is I make sure that I go there with a positive attitude, make sure, you exercise, make sure you do things to support a healthy lifestyle. So those types of things, you go in there stress-free anyway. Don't put too much on your plate around the holidays. Take off the things that you realize don't need to be on there. I had to cut back on how many cookies that I made. I was making them for everybody and kept adding more and more every year. And I realized I don't have to do every holiday thing with my kids. I can pick a few things that we really enjoy, like baking cookies, and they're going to remember those things when they're older, because they don't want a crabby, stressed out mom either. They want to enjoy the activities. So when you're going to events that maybe you're dreading, because you are afraid that things are going to come up, which I have to tell you, when you do any sort of work on yourself with self-growth, a lot of times situations like that, in hindsight, are really good for you, but at the time don't feel so good, because they push your buttons in certain places where you see that you still need to grow, like that person that still gets to you, or it brings up certain things where maybe you feel like you're 5 again, and you fall into your role that you're like, oh my God, why am I acting like this? It's because a lot of times we cocoon ourselves in our lives, and we don't have to be around certain people all the time. And then when we're around them, we're like, oh, geez, I thought I was more evolved than this. Just like Ram Dass is speaking about. So one thing that you can do about certain trigger people is you can write down things that you like about them, and it's just to try to make things easier on yourself, so that way you don't have all this animosity towards that person. You can write down what you love about the holidays. This is about building your energy so that you go there with a clearer energy. Because if you kind of go in there with this attitude of, this is going to suck, and you have to be on the defense, and there's certain things you don't like about the people, you're bringing all this with you, instead of just being like, you know what, this is a brand new holiday, I'm going to make this one enjoyable for myself, because, hey, it could be your last. I mean, not to be morbid, but I just try to live in the moment, be present, enjoy whatever I'm doing, wherever I'm at. And if you get yourself into a situation where you're in a conversation you don't like, you can change the subject, leave the conversation, or hover above the conversation, which is what I've learned to do, is that you might be there, but you're not really actively involved, where you don't feel like you have to contribute or have an opinion either way. And it's a lot less stressful that way. That way you can just kind of like bebop around and just kind of enjoy the environment. So I hope this was helpful, and you can always send in a new question to Peace, Love, Joy, Sparkles page on the message section, message me. And I hope you have an awesome Thanksgiving and that you have so much to be grateful for. Thanks. Blessings. Bye-bye.